there, and welcome back to Tatooine Tableflip. Today I'll be unboxing Leaving Earth from Luminaris. Let's get to it, shall we? Okay, well, as you can see, the box isn't very big. It says Leaving Earth, a tabletop game of the conquest of space, designed by Joseph Fadola, 1956-1976, Luminaries Group Incorporated. And up here in the corner it says, including the Mercury mini expansion. I don't know anything at all about this game except that it's clearly a card game and that it's hugely popular right now and can be difficult to find. The next thing that strikes me is the strange box. It's really kind of lo-fi, if you will. It looks like just a shoebox with the cover sticker just pasted around it to keep it closed. So we literally are going to have to cut open the covering sticker, if you will, to open this game. So we'll just go ahead and give that a split. Still stuck a little bit. Okay, first thing we have is a Leaving Earth. It's the manual. And again, I'm really digging the kind of lo-fi effect here. It really reminds me of some of the games back in the late 70s, early 80s, where it was just wham bam, here you go, let's get on with playing the game. And holy cow, this thing looks dense. I had been warned a few days ago the game is very mathy, quote unquote. So I really, it's beyond the game. Wow, there's more to it. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a very interesting read. It's on kind of waxy. I don't know. It seems like it's a decent quality. The pages are all the regular paperwork, but wow, neat. All right. And then, holy cow, there is a lot of stuff here. There's some other little chips and whatnot down there. We'll get to those in a minute. But okay, looks rockets, thrusters. This looks like parts of your ships you'll be building. Lander, life support module, re-entry module, rendezvous. It's an advancement, it says. Oh, they're all advancements. I see. This is a deck. Soyuz rockets. Surveying. Nice. Okay. Nice they included everything in their own little baggies. There is no box insert. So everything kind of flopping around inside a little bit here, but it's nice they included all these baggies. So these are outcome cards. Let's see, success. Oh, I see. They're all basically the same. Oh, and then failure. Success and failure. Okay. Well, there we are. I don't know how well you could see those. Success and failure cards. Let's see, let's have a look at the next bit here. Yeah, seen this. It's a type of a spacecraft. Place components and time tokens here. Not familiar with the game. Have no clue what that means as of yet. CNES, ISAS, NASA. Looks like Russian. SAC. Working in space. Capsule in space. Sounding rocket. Again, not real clear on how this plays in. Their back of the cards are marked with the difficulty level. That's convenient. This looks like the game is scalable. Leaving Earth, Leaving Earth. Okay, yeah. There's another batch of mini cards. Wow, there is a huge amount of content in this tiny little box. These look like, actual astronauts. I was going to say look like character cards. And one side is in color when they're active. The other side clearly says incapacitated. And it's a bunch of real life Neil Armstrong, for instance, astronauts. Probe also in color when active. damaged when I'm assuming not, you know, or of course damaged. And there's many different pieces. And then a Mercury rock sample, Venus sample, Phobos sample, Moon sample, Mars sample, etc. Supplies. All right. Next thing we'll have a look at here is some strange size square cards, as you can see. Earth orbit, the Earth, inner planets transfer, lunar flyby. I wonder if these are Mars flyby. I wonder if you lay these out in a sort of a game board as you go along. Mars, Phobos, Venus, Ceres, solar radiation, suborbital flight, etc. Nice. Decent little quality cards. They do not have, so far none of these have the linen finish on them, but I really don't see that as a problem. It's just kind of a personal preference. I kind of like that finish. It's very, very tactile, keeps the cards from slipping around, unless you are like me and sleeve them anyway. Excuse me. This, what an odd set of things. Okay, so looks almost like a, I don't know. It's like some kind of a stat card. They're dual-sided. One for each of the factions, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it for now. 20-year calendar leaving Earth. This looks like it's probably a turn marker. And then these are the money. Space money. As you can see, 1 million, 2 million, 5 million. It looks like it's all of them are written in Russian. And the back just has a neat little design of spacemen floating around, but they're very light, very flimsy, typical of game currency. And then a little bag of what appears to be not quite meeples, but laser cut wooden tokens in a 8-sided die. And my gosh, there's a lot of stuff. Satellites and modules. Looks like a time tracking tokens. As you can see, various colors, etc. Very nice. A lot of neat little components to this game. Nice. So that's Leaving Earth. A lot of cards. I'm not really entirely sure what else I could say about it. I'm completely unfamiliar with the game. This is one that I picked up strictly on the merits of how popular it is right now. It is ridiculously popular. People are going crazy for this game, and it's become quite difficult to find. I think it just finished its Kickstarter a little while ago, but don't quote me, I'm not real clear on that. The cards are all really, really good quality, despite the fact that they don't carry the linen finish, as I mentioned earlier. Again, it's a kind of a thing for me. It's just something I really like. The play money that comes in the game is very, very light, very flimsy, very delicate. Please be careful with it while you're playing. I can see that those things are just going to get trashed really, really quickly. Everything else, though, it should hold up pretty well. The weird thing to me are these kind of oversized square cards. Really nice artwork across them, but I have no idea if anybody makes sleeves for this size of a card. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research and see if I can't figure that out, because as you've heard me say numerous times, I love sleeving my cards. The box was kind of a weird bit to me. When I picked it up, it's fairly heavy. As you can see, there's a lot of content. But the price point was really kind of strange. I felt like it was a little on the expensive side for having such a, as I said earlier, a lo-fi aspect. Again, it's essentially a shoe box or hat box, whatever you may call it in your area. And then they put all the content in, popped the top on, and wrapped a huge sticker. Instead of being printed, it's a big sticker wrapped around the box, and that is what held it closed as well. Oh, let's see what else. The tokens are all laser cut wood. They're not the usual meeple style, which I don't know if I'm necessarily going to have a problem with, but man, there's a lot of them here. So again, it's something to be careful if you have, especially, I see a lot of pictures these days of folks have their cats jumping up on the table while they're gaming. Probably pretty easy to lose a few, depending if the cat might pick them up and carry them away, or might knock them off the table and they, bounce away under the couch or something. The manual is one of the neatest things, in my opinion, besides everything else I've touched upon. It's super, as I mentioned, super lo-fi. It's just printed, it's on decent paper, but they just ran staples down the middle and folded it over. There's not a lot of, there's no color artwork, and there's not a lot of high definition artwork or anything like that in there. It really is just evocative of the old single little boxed games that you saw in the late 70s and through the early 80s. Like the original D&D set came in a box very similar with a rulebook printed in a similar fashion. It's just, I don't know, just pushes a nostalgia button for me, and probably will for you as well. Really, really interested to get this one to the table and get through the rulebook and have a good read. It looks like there's a really highly detailed rule set that's probably going to be fairly thick. I mentioned earlier that it was mentioned to me that the game is very mathsy, so that's something I'm not really looking forward to, because I'm not crazy about games that take an incredible amount of math. Not because I'm bad at maths, but because I just don't want to be bogged down with a lot of numbers and stats and things while I'm playing a game. However, if that's the driving force of this one, and it turns out that it's a decent rule set, then the maths are probably not going to be an issue for me. It might be for you, and I don't know, it might be something that you don't want to get stuck into, because it, to me, hearing somebody say that feels like it's probably going to be a lengthy game. And I don't have a problem with that, but some people do. So there you are. Take that for what it is, I guess. I don't really know what else to say. Hey, you guys, thanks for watching. If you like the show, give us a thumbs up down there, or subscribe to the channel. That way you can get all the newest episodes as they come out. And hey, shoot me a message at Jimmie@BoardGamerBlues.com. That's JIMMIE @BoardGamerBlues.com. And let me know what you think, either of the videos, just to say hi, or suggest a game to be unboxed or a game to be reviewed. Let me know what you think, or what you liked, or what you want to see, or make suggestions for the show content overall. You can also shoot us a message at Twitter @BoardGamerBlues, or catch us on Facebook, also @BoardGamerBlues. And I don't know, that's about it. Interesting little set of components here. I can't wait to get this one to the table and kind of dig in and have a go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.